The Union Accord had thousands of laws, but none of them expected this. A human trying to adopt a cub nitrogen monoxide one wanted, JUNO. Hale stood inside the Veloth consulate. The room was blue-white, cold, sterile, built to make visitors feel small. Her hands rested on a clear desk. Steady, strong. She did not look away. Across from her, Magistrate Sakor watched in silence. 3 pale EYEs, a face that never softened. The Veloth looked feline. Long limbs, velvet fur, a mane that changed color with emotion. Their culture loved height, speed, perfect leaps, and they had little patience for weakness. Sakor spoke slow. "You have read." "The file," JUNO said. "Yes." Sakor said, "The juvenile is called Re." He said Re is unfit for bond. Claim a runt from a broken litter, rejected by 3 prides. JUNO's jaw tightened. She had spent weeks in their system. Forms, interviews, tests, cultural, lessons, financial checks, all to prove one thing, that she was serious. She had seen Re only once. A small ball of dusk fur, ears too big, eyes too large. Hiding in a corner of the juvenile hall, while other cubs played and jumped, they leaped to high perches. They landed like it was easy. They laughed when others missed. Re did not play. He did not speak. He only watched as if he had learned a rule. If you are small, stay quiet. If you are weak, stay out of the way. JUNO spoke one line. "When can I take him home?" Sakor's mane flickered surprise. A human would do this. Humans were new to many worlds, known for strange feelings and strange loyalty. They bonded fast. Sometimes with anything. Sakor warned her. Re will not pass. It's the rite of ascension. He will not leap like others. He will not hunt well. He will never be ideal, JUNO. She did not argue. She did not beg. She only said, "He is a child. He needs someone who will care. That is enough." Sakor studied her. A long silence. Then he tapped the desk. Bond claim. Approved, like the words hurt to say. JUNO left before her face could change. The human carrier was named Stalwart Dawn. It was loud in a comforting way. Soft hums. Distant footsteps. The sound of people working. A ship that never stopped moving. Forward, the first night was hard. Not because of the ship, because Re did not trust safety. Re stayed in the corner of the sleeping alcove, wrapped in a thermal sheet. Ears flat, tail tight around his legs, eyes wide and gold. He watched every shadow, every sound. JUNO sat on the floor, a respectful distance. She did not approach. She did not reach for him. She let him control the space. She spoke soft. "You are safe here. I know this is strange, but you are safe." Re said nothing. His file said selective. MUTSM, trauma, loss, rejection, a child who learned that words did not save him. JUNO pulled out a small hollow device. She turned IT on. Images bloomed in the air. Earth forests. Earth, oceans, mountains, city lights, human families at tables. Children laughing. Hands. Holding hands, JUNO said. "This is where I am from. We are not the fastest, not the strongest. We do not have claws like you. We do not leap like you, but we adapt. We build. We help each other. We make room for the ones left out, Rees." Ear twitched, a small sign of interest. "The first crack in the wall," JUNO said. "Tomorrow, we make this place yours too. Together." Days passed. Slow. Careful. JUNO did not rush him. She let him watch her cook, watch her clean, watch her fix small things around. The quarters. She spoke in simple words. She kept her voice even. She never used an angry tone. Restarted to move more. A little less stiff, a little less ready to run. He still did not speak, but he listened. He learned her footsteps. He learned her rhythm. JUNO built a Bed. Soft, warm. Raised high off the floor, she read that Veloth sleep better with height. They feel safe. When they can see, when they can survey the room. The first night with the bed, Ree walked up. He stopped. He stared at the height. He lowered into a crouch. Muscles tensed. Instinct took over. He jumped. He missed, his paws scraped the edge, then slipped. He hit the floor with a small sound, a sound that felt too big. Juno moved to help. Ree scrambled away fast. His fur darkened, shame, fear, like he expected punishment for failing. He tried again and again. Each time his body shook. Then he stopped. He curled on the floor beside the bed, not under it. Beside it. Close enough to feel the warmth. Above, not close enough to claim it. Juno sat on the edge of the mattress, her chest tight, her hands clenched. She understood what this meant to him. In their culture, leaping was not a game. It was valued. It was status. It was proof you deserved a place. Ree had been measured his whole life, and he had failed their tests. Not because he was lazy, not because he did not try, because his body was smaller. Juno whispered, "Okay, then we do not jump." She waited until his breath slowed, until he was still, until the room felt quiet. Again, then she stood up, and she left the quarters. The fabrication bay was a bright room full of hums. Printers, cutters, tools, soft, light. The sound of making, Juno opened a design panel. She pulled up Veloth juvenile specs, leg length, joint limits, paw width claw, grip safe step height. The ship AI spoke. "Lieutenant JUNO HALE, it is late, you have duty in the morning." Juno did not look up, she said. "I know, almost done." She designed 4 steps. Low enough for small legs, wide enough to feel safe, strong enough to last. Carpeted, soft on paws. She added a small landing at the top. Not a test, a choice. If he ever wanted to try again, he could, but he would not have to. The printers worked fast. Piece by piece, the steps became real. Juno carried the parts back. She assembled, then by hand. She checked every edge, every angle, every screw. She placed the steps by the bed, like they had always belonged there. Morning came. The door slid open. Ree walked out slowly. Blinking, he froze. His eyes locked on the steps. He stood still for a long moment, as if he did not trust it. He walked closer. One paw touched the first step. He flinched, waiting for something bad. Nothing happened. Juno crouched. Low. She kept her voice soft. "It is for you. You do not have to jump. You can walk up." Ree looked up at her. His fur shifted in quiet confusion. Then he climbed. 1 step, 2, 3, 4. He reached the top. He stood on the bed, high above the floor, where Veloth felt strong, where Veloth felt safe. His mane lit up, bright gold and white, pure joy so bright it looked like light. He turned in a circle. He pressed his paws into the blanket like he was claiming it, like he was saying, "This is mine." Then he looked at Juno, mouth open. A word stuck, a word that had not been used in a long time. Then he whispered, "Thank." Youjuno's eyes went wet. She smiled anyway. She said, "You are welcome. Welcome home." News traveled fast on a human ship, faster than rules, faster than paperwork engineers. Asked for the design. Medical asked for help with other cases. Command sent a message to Juno. Report, it's the captain. Captain Amani Ross waited with a data pad. A hard woman, a calm voice, the kind of person who did not waste words. Juno stood straight, expecting trouble. Ross said, "You did not break a rule. You broke a pattern." Ross showed her a message from Magistrate SAI Corps. The Veloth system had more cubs. 18 labeled not. Viable cubs who could not leap. Cubs who could not hunt. Cubs who did not fit the mold. They wanted Juno's designs. They wanted to copy them. They wanted to learn. And they asked a bigger question. Would humans take more cubs? Would humans host more bond claims? Juno did not hesitate. Yes, absolutely. Yes, Captain Ross nodded. I thought you would say that. We will need more space. We will build more. That night, Juno sat by the bed. Ree slept in the center, warm, relaxed, safe. One small paw rested near her, like he did not want her far, even in sleep. Juno looked at the steps, for simple steps, and she felt the truth of it. Humans are not the strongest. We do not win by perfect leaps. We do not force children to bleed for acceptance. We look at a problem, and we build a fix. Juno whispered to Ree, "You are not broken. The system is." Months later, the ship was different. An entire deck became family quarters. Soft light, quiet corners, perches. For climbers, saft for small feet. Juno's designs grew. Adjustable stairs wider, steps folding rails, lifts for those who could not climb. Ree was not alone. It's cubs and younglings from many worlds, all called unsuitable, all now thriving. The Union Accord noticed. Observers arrived. Committees formed. Debates got loud. They watched humans do one strange thing. They made the world fit the child, not the child fit the world. Commander Cyril Lynn walked up to Juno with a data pad. "Another request," she said. "A Velar, an enclave. A child born without what their culture demands. They need help." Juno answered without fear. "Yes, we will help, Syrah." Lynn smiled. "Humans do not take children as prizes. Humans build what children need." Juno looked back at Ari. Playing, laughing, without words, standing high on a perch. Bright, alive, safe. And, Juno smiled, if the galaxy calls this disruption good, because humans will keep doing it, turning cliffs into steps, turning shame into safety, turning rejection into home. Asterisk, thanks for watching. If this story hit your heart, do 3 things right now. Like this video. Subscribe to Neon Cub Tales and comment one word. Stairs.